Listen, you can see when the devil is working in people. I'm not talking about those who are hurting because sometimes hurt people, or they just stay to themselves. But when the devil is working, the devil's spirit is working in people, it's demented, it's depraved, it's destructive, it's diabolical. And they get mad when you tell the truth. I mean, like ravenous wolves. People don't want to be corrected. They don't want to be warned. They don't want to be changed during these days. And you're going to have to discern those kind because they're not going to listen to you. I'm at the point right now, I've made a decision. No more am I throwing the pearls before swine. No more am I reaching out or helping the serpent seeds, those who have shown that they serve Satan. And I don't do readings, but why would I do a reading if you're not listening to the Most High? If you're not listening to your own Creator, I don't even see how these readers be wasting their time doing it. Wasting time and energy. These people are in a loop. They're not changing, they're not growing, they're not developing their character, their strength, their divine essence. That's when I know that people are doing that just for personal gain. I don't really see too many readers, preachers, teachers, healers doing it for the glory of the Most High, doing it for the purpose of the Most High. They're doing it for personal gain, for the money, for the fame, for the attention, for the clicks, for the subscribes. That's what we have turned into lately. And it's a sick and sad world that we're living in. And you can read, you could tell when somebody's envious of you, when they're jealous of you. And it's not because you think you're better than them. It's not that you're holier than thou. You're questioning why. Those who hate themselves. And the insecure ones just hasn't did the inner spiritual work. I feel like anyone who comparing and competing don't know themselves. Who are you? Many are wasting their time on this earth, walking around here as if the world is not falling, as if the nation is not falling, but as if the people haven't fallen from grace. La la land. When I go out and about, my guard is all the way up with the armor of God, 'cause I know what it is. What's up? We're surrounded by a lot of walking dead who are not filled with the Spirit of God. And I can't walk out of here not aware of that. I can't walk out of here not on alert. You need to be on alert and aware and walking around with the full armor of God if you want to have be covered by the Spirit of God, be shielded by the Spirit of God. I understand many are hurting right now, but it's also many who are not working with the light to alleviate the hurt and hell that they feel on the inside. So, what they're choosing to do is let the darkness operate within them. When you're supposed to be seeking refuge in the shadow of the Almighty, that's where your shelter should be. The shadow of the Almighty. We're created in His image. Because I know when I'm going through the shadow work, my own internal darkness, I like to be alone. I don't like to be around too many people especially when I'm very vulnerable and very sensitive, sometimes hypersensitive when I'm vulnerable. And I notice a lot of people be pretending and faking. If you don't want to talk to nobody, don't talk to anybody. You don't want to be around anybody, don't be around anybody. I'd rather people just tell the truth. People are not even doing that because the truth is not in them. Just stay to yourselves. If you have any type of sense or sensibility or surrendering to the Most High, you'll want to just commune and connect with Source, with the Creator, when you're going through a hard time on the inside. And I take it very seriously, the happenings, what's going on. But I in this world, but I'm not supposed to be conformed to the patterns of this world. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And the only way you can do that is to be plugged into the light. I'm going through it. And when you don't even have the common courtesy to ask how I'm doing, but I extended and reached out and asked how you doing, what's really going on? Because even when I'm hurting, I still can help someone. I still can love someone. I still can care for someone. I don't see many folks operating in the creator's image like that. Sometimes you're not going to want to be around anybody. I can understand you're going to want to isolate while you're going through your healing process. That's okay. But it has to be some level of balance within you, some type of harmony within you. Like I said, the things that's going on are serious, but I'm still going to have my joy. I'm still going to find my peace. I'm still going to find my strength. I'm still going to have love vibrating all up in my heart because you know what? I'm connected to the one true living God. And we're not supposed to have the weight of the world on us to the point where your heart is so burdened that now you hating people just as much as they hate you. You envious people just as much as they envious of you. You jealous of people just as much as they jealous of you. It's a destructive cycle. It's a loop of hell that people are on right now. I'm seeing so many people in the entertainment industry and the social media influencers passing away, coming across my timeline. And Entertainment Tonight, ET, whatever that channel is always reporting who has died. Many I've never even heard of them, never knew of their contributions to the entertainment industry, to social media, content creation. And they are young too. What's really going on? It's like I'm witnessing the devil coming to collect in real time. And sometimes some of you the chosen few, may feel alone in this. Because people walking around here pretending, numbing, and they ain't even critically thinking. And here you go with your spiritual eyes wide awake, Spirit of God, wide awake within you. And you seeing all this hell on earth. The demons have been unleashed on the earth. This dumb, dense, demonic, spiritual energy is real. And it's having a ripple effect. And when you low, when you sad, when you depressed, and you feel with anxiety, and you angry, and you upset, and you discontent, do you know those are spirits? And don't you know you give the devil legal rights over you when you complaining and miserable all the time and you ain't doing the work to transmute none of that negative energy? Instead, you just living in negative thought forms. You just living in the impure heart. You give the enemy legal rights over you. Oh, they can trespass. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Because there's some spirits, some mean spirits, some dark spirits, some demonic spirits trespassing. Because you gave them legal rights over your life. And then you question, why do I feel this way? Why am I going through this? Why do they keep treating me this way? When you're not taking personal responsibility or accountability for the things that you do on this earth, for the things that you say on this earth, for how you treat people, and you don't have any type of repentance in your heart, sorrow in your heart, remorse in your heart, and people loving all this wickedness in the world right now. That's the part that's mind-boggling to me. I see the chosen few. The chosen few are the few remnant that are walking in the Spirit of God. And then you have those others, the people under the stairs, that's what they act like, that are tethered to the worldly ways, idolizing people, positions, and places. This nation we in, divided states of America, people idol worship like crazy here. Oh, don't say nothing about that celebrity that they don't even know personally. Oh, don't say nothing about that athlete. Don't say nothing about that politician. Some of them are human beings, some of them may be aliens, and some of them may be evil entities just operating in the host of their body. You don't know because you ain't even discerning who you are. Up and lifting these people up, exalting these people, and the Most High hasn't even exalted them. They exalted themselves. I don't get it. All these they distract you with the sports. They distract you with the politics. They look, I understand. We need order on earth. There has to be some laws we need to abide by on this land. But now we got the ones who work in the government. Are they abiding by the laws? They ain't even abiding by the laws of God. They ain't even obeying the Most High. You can see when the devil is working, the devil's spirit is working in people, and you're going to have to discern it. Is it someone that's hurting, or is the devil's spirit working in them? Even when I was hurting, even when I didn't fully know myself, I didn't go around intentionally want to be vengeful, intentionally want to be spiteful, intentionally hateful. There's some spirits and people operating in that way. And it's many God's people. The Most High is talking to his people when he say, turn from your wicked ways, and I'll heal your land. Sitting up here acting just like the slave masters, sitting up here acting just like the demons, sitting up here acting just like the devils, and then have the nerve to say you love Christ. You praising Christ. You ain't even acting Christ-like. And look up that word judgment in case anybody try to come my way and say you judging people. Discernment and judgment. You're supposed to be righteously judging on this earth too. That's in the Bible. Righteously judgment is discernment. Look it up. People don't even read today. Reading is fundamental. Look up a definition of the word so you understand what's really going on. Don't take it just things literally from what you read. Like I said, many are not critically thinking, not thinking outside the box. Do you know I am connected to infinite intelligence. So why would I be walking around here like a moron, like a walking dead, like I have no sense or care for humanity? Because you feel with all those dark spirits and you can see the devil's spirit working on the inside of you, and you ain't letting the Holy Spirit work on the inside of you. Yes, the Most High said what he said. You ain't listening, you ain't decreeing, you ain't declaring, you ain't understanding, and all that can only come from the Creator. Even when you read in the words, the Word of God, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word of God helps you to decode the words in the Bible. It's just instructions, navigation. That book, prophecy unfolding all around us. But now you rather hear these self-appointed prophets and prophetess tell you about their dreams and their visions and what God said to them and what you should. Oh, I have a message coming up called Out of Order. I never knew you depart from me. I kept hearing that. Because we got too many self-appointed leaders, self-appointed teachers, self-appointed preachers, self-appointed healers, self-appointed prophets, self-appointed prophetess, self-appointed seers, self-appointed psychics, self-appointed intuitives. Come on now. Did the Most High call you to that? Is that really your purpose on this earth? Or are you just doing it for clicks, for likes, for subscriptions, for money, for fame, for attention, to be validated? Y'all playing. There's too many folks on this land that's playing with God. The Most High don't play with the devil and really ain't battling with the devil. Ain't no the Most High versus the devil. Satan is under the commandment of the Most High. Just the God, the small g God of this world. And y'all folks out here would rather be regulated by that. It's so disheartening and disappointing to see the disrespect towards the Creator on this earth. People are so caught up in their feelings and their emotions, and they let that rule them. That means you haven't mastered your emotions. That means you don't know how to govern yourself. And then we always want to put some type of mental illness diagnosis to it. Or is it spiritual illness? Many folks around here walking around battling with poison that's in the bloodline and don't even know it. And still acting it out. And want to call it generational curses. It's the sins of your forefathers. It's the covenant that they made, the agreement that they came in with satanic powers, with dark powers, with devilish powers, whatever you want to call it, that was not of God. It was unholy and ungodly. And that flesh in your body, that's the only battle. That flesh and that spirit is battling on the daily. People waking up and not even thanking the Most High for breathing. Not even thanking the Most High for having a roof over their head. Not even thanking the Most High for having food. Not even thanking the Most High for having some type of income coming in. Not even thanking the Most High that you're still here. You ain't 6 feet under. You ain't cremated. You ain't floating on the other side. You're still blessed to have life on this earth. I'm seeing now some folks just ready to die. Hey, Hey, it's heavy on this earth. I get it. But I ain't ready to die. And I ain't gonna speak that from my mouth. I'm gonna speak life over myself, even if nobody else ain't doing it for me. I'm gonna encourage myself, even if nobody else ain't doing it for me. I'm gonna motivate myself, even if nobody else is doing it for me. Too many folks walking around here codependent on the world, codependent on social media, codependent on the government. This is what it's supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be like this. There's an imbalance on this earth. And do you think the creator is content or happy or satisfied with the way this is? You're harming Mother Earth too with your ugly thoughts and your ugly ways. Nobody ain't thinking about that now. That either. I had to speak on this because the wrecking ball that is here is the reaping. Because people don't want to see themselves for who they really are. And I'm going to keep talking about that. Looking at the man in the mirror, looking at the woman in the mirror. Most of these children are led astray because the sins of the forefathers, the workers of iniquity, that's that's visiting the generations of today. Discern the good from evil. Discern who's really hurting instead of giving them hell. Or discern if the devil is working in them and if they trying to intentionally give you hell. Better check yourself before you wreck yourself because the Most High is not playing with folks right now. I keep hearing in my spirit, depart from me, I never knew you. If you really care about yourself, if you really care about the Creator, if you really care about humanity and the ripple effect that you can cause by living in your light, you'll do something about it. It's too many younger generations that want to kill themselves. That's depressed because the elders and their parents are in their own head, out for self, not responsible for how you may have abandoned that child, how you may have neglected that child, how you may have hurt that child, or whoever else may have done it to them. Haven't even really had a sat down and had a real conversation with them. Did someone touch you inappropriately? Is someone bullying you? Is someone hurting you? Have you been raped? Did someone in this family do something to you that I need to know about? Real conversations like that. Getting to the root. Instead of putting these children on medication, you need to get the root issue of what's really going on with your child. I don't care how old they are. Pushing these people, you pushing, and then I see a lot of people be acting just, they be like, I don't want to be like my mom and daddy. You acting just like your mama and daddy. You hellish just like your mama and daddy. And now you giving, your mama and daddy gave you hell, now you're giving your children hell. And up here talking about breaking generational curses. Being all in the ego, in the pride, in the arrogance. Some of these kids are complaining about their parents, and you're supposed to be honoring your mother and father. You know, the only way you can honor your mother and father is when you do the healing work. Because then you know they were human beings that made some mistakes, that didn't have all the answers, and was trying to figure it out, just like you are as a full grown adult. It's the patterns of the world that I'm seeing operating in folks too. That they listening to this no contact, no connection with your parents. And I understand the ones who being extremely abused, who, who parents may have been drug addicted, or, it was some type of extreme neglect that caused that type of trauma. But as a full grown adult, you still ain't did the healing work. You still can't see what may have happened to them to make them. This is what I mean by we have to discern who's really hurting on the inside, or who's the serpent seed. Are they hurting, or are they a serpent seed? And that's when I say the devil working on, when you can see the devil working on the inside of folks, that's the serpent seed. Those are, the devil has his own too, okay? You either belong to the Most High or to the devil. Choose today whom you will serve. That's faith or fear. And Satan operates from a space of fear, low vibration, dead, destructive. The wages of sin is death. And it's too many folks right now that want to be dependent on other folks. I had to learn that for myself. What if my mama and sister want, what if they're not, because some people have to operate like this. They don't have a mother and sister, father, cousins, aunties, uncles, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife. They don't have anybody. So they have to figure out their lives for themselves. And I wish some people just use their imagination and come up with some creation on how you can start trusting that God provides, that God protects, and stop putting pressure and tension on folks. Because you're putting the pressure and tension on yourself. Now you're pushing that energy and projecting that energy onto others. That's irresponsible. That's unhealthy. That's toxic. That's not of God. And you walk around here talking about you're a child of God, that you created in the Most High image. The shadow of the Almighty. The Almighty has a shadow. What y'all talking about? You think he battling with Satan? By the click of that right hand, all of us can be gone. Many of y'all don't even know the Most High power, the Creator's power and authority and dominion over us all. Because you're too busy living in your pride, too busy living in your ego, too busy living in your arrogance, too busy living in your complaints, too busy living in your misery. And now you creating that. You don't even know that you're creating that type of world for yourself. That old lack mentality, that old scarcity mindset, that old victimhood. I'm tired of seeing this victimhood too. You ain't a victim. You're supposed to have have the victory if you connect to the Most High. That's the truth. That's why Satan has legal rights all over your life, because you let him in. You invite him in. And then want to see him be mad at God and then battle with godly people. With people who are balanced. People who are working on their healing. People who want to be well. Then you jealous and envious and hateful about that. You insecure about that. Y'all better get y'all self together. You think this hell on earth? be deleted in the sick and sad mindset with no connection with the Most High. No communication with the Most High. You ain't have no connection with the Most High that day. You ain't have no communication with the Most High that day. No covering, no protection, no provision, no shielding. Where you gonna go? Because some of y'all think y'all gonna inherit the kingdom, and the kingdom don't even live on the inside of you. You don't even have a grace for your fellow mankind. Then you want Most High to have grace for you. You don't even forgive your fellow mankind. And then you want the Most High to forgive you. Y'all done lost your raving mind on this earth. And I'm here to tell the truth. And it's going to trigger some folks. I don't care. That's part of my purpose, to put a mirror in your face. I have to look at my ugly self in the mirror too when I have done something that is not of God. Because I ain't perfect. I'm still a work in progress, but every day I fight for my right mind, for my right thinking, for my sanity, for my safety, for my security. Every day I want to commune with the one. And if you got to be by yourself, to yourself for days on end, then do it. I mean, like, connecting with the Creator, communing with the Creator, get to know the Creator, building a relationship with the Creator. That's what's needed on this earth right now. So many folks are about to be deleted and purged from this earth, and they don't even know it. And some don't even care because they don't feel like anybody care about them, love them, or helping them. Sitting there starting fights where it don't need to be a fight. You want to be starting something, you got to be starting something. Because that inner turmoil on the inside that you still haven't healed from, still numbing, still complaining, still abusing. mm, 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 mm. Let y'all go. It's too many folks walking around here with la la land and not seeing where their joy come from, not seeing where the peace come from, not seeing where the strength come from. They don't care. That all comes from the Creator. You can't have peace of mind if you ain't got peace of the peace from God that surpasses any human understanding. If you ain't even sat down long enough in the stillness to be still, to be here now, to be present. And if you are going back and looking in the past, that's okay if you evaluating and reviewing. But if you stuck there over what somebody said to you or did to you, you just gave the enemy legal rights over you. But if you're reviewing and evaluating and repenting so you can have some deliverance, so you can have some type of peace, so you can have some type of strength, so you can endure in these dark times, may God be with you. May God bless your heart. Because there's too many folks walking around here with dark spirits all up in them. Depression is a spirit, anger is a spirit, complaint is a spirit, anxiety is a spirit. All these mental illness diagnosis is a spirit. Because you're a spiritual being having a human experience. They just put a name to it, a label to it. Now you own that, what the world has given you or called you, more than what the Most High has created you to be. We're supposed to be dying here. People still don't even know their purpose. And I'm telling you, like, you still don't know that your purpose is to be light, to express God's nature. You still don't know that? No, because you know what? They think they're supposed to have all the money. They're supposed to have the fame. God is supposed to do this. God, if I'm his child, why he ain't doing this? If he care about us, why he ain't saving us from this? Shut it up. You come down here and descend on this earth for an experience. All of y'all sitting up here acting and playing a role and ain't even being about it. Ain't even living in your truth. Now you caught up in the satanic world. Because that's what we living in right now. Satan has came to deceive all the world and did a darn good job of it. And y'all fell for the okie doke. And now you're hurting each other. Now it's division. Now it's conflict. Now it's chaos. Now it's disorder. Out of control. Heavy. Dumb. Dense. And demonic. Running rampant. And the only way people be preparing like for material stuff, and I understand that you know, because what they trying to do to us, the evil ones trying to do to us, they want us to be scared and fearful and without. They want us to be the have-nots forever. So I understand people trying to prepare and stockpile materials and resources for that. But what does it matter if you don't have God? If you're not filled with the Spirit of God? That's what you need to be prepared for. No, this world has to come first. Put God on the back burner. Then you start talking to people about the Creator, and then they start twisting all up in their seat, looking all uncomfortable and stuff. See, I see the devil working on the inside of you. You want to dismiss what God has told them. The whole point is you to remember who you are while you on this earth. How you gonna do that though when everything else is in the way of the world? When you put all these other gods before the Most High, and gods don't have to be just the deities, you know, all these different other religions and all that. Your God can be you putting a man before God, you putting a woman before God, you putting alcohol before God, you putting drugs before God, you putting them prescription pills before God, you putting your children before God. There should be no other gods before the one true living God. And every day you gotta work on it. Every day you got to be devoted to that. You have to be intentional about that. This is not easy. The ones that you see, the chosen few that you see that wants to be better, that wants to be well, that wants to be here now, working fully in God's purpose, that's not easy. Because we surrounded by demons and devils, and the world telling us every day, you ain't nothing. Die. Because that's what they feel on the inside. Like I said, you better discern if someone is hurting or if the devil spirit is working in them and they want to hurt you and give you hell. Know the difference. Because we supposed to have some compassion and empathy for the ones who are hurting real bad on the side, broken on the inside, feeling low on the inside. The ones who don't want to be here anymore. We're supposed to have some compassion and care and empathy for those. And you ain't doing God's work on that. You sit here all up in your ego and pride because they ain't doing that for you. You user, you abuser. You are not aligned with God. People better get their right mind. People don't understand that renewal of the mind to be transformed by the mind. They don't get that. I want to have clarity. I I I like being clear in the mind because that's the only way you can hear from the Most High. People not even caring about they spiritual health. I'm gonna say spiritual hygiene, their physical hygiene, their oral hygiene, because you have given the enemy legal rights over your life. And the only reason I can tell you this is because it happened to me. I've experienced this. And the only one who delivered me from it and brought me out of it and had me fully awakened is the Spirit of God, the power of God, the Word of God. And I ain't perfect by any sense. And I'm a works in progress forever. And I'm only, you can only help the ones who want to help themselves. Quit wasting your time and energy on throwing no pearls before the swine and then want to keep doing the same old things and not changing, not growing, not developing in who the Most High has created them to be. That's a darn shame. I hope this message encouraged you, edified you, and enlightened you to the truth. And the only way you could be enlightened to the truth is you got to be filled with the truth. You got to be filled with the light. You got to be filled with the Spirit of God. Because there's a lot of lies and illusions floating around us, demons and devils, seeking whom to devour. And here y'all gonna be opening the door every type of way. Oh Lord, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry us home. Why did that come from? That slave mentality. You can sit here talk about the black folks being, their slavery they went through, but it's a mental enslavement that's going on with the people on earth right now. You still a slave. And the only way you're gonna be set free is spiritually. You heard me? Yeah, you heard me. I'm keeping you all lifted up in my high thoughts and prayers. Yes, the fire of God is blazing on the land, and I'm being used as a vessel to tell you the truth. And if you're triggered, go to the one. Evaluate yourself, check yourself. And I get you on this go round. I love you. Peace.